the superficial. Now let's talk about the reality here. And I want to talk about this, the role of the vice president. I want to give you a shot at it, Nancy. You're a pro. You're not somebody in from out of town. You know how politics works. What is the role of the vice president under the U.S. Constitution? Simply put, you know it or you don't. Either a person understands the role of the vice president or they don't. What, as you understand it from the Constitution, as a professional, is the role of a vice president? It's very important you know this answer. We're filling the part in 2 weeks.
That's right. That's right. Well, I mean, obviously, the role of the vice president is to support the president, but also to preside when necessary over the U.S. Senate. And I think that this is also a tempest in a teapot.
No, that's not the role of the vice president. No, you got it wrong. I gave you a shot, Nancy. I want you to try again. What is the constitutional role of the vice president in the Constitution? What's written in the Constitution? You're all strict.
I'm not a constitutional scholar, but I do know that I'm not a constitutional scholar, but I've been reading the commentary on this, and it seems to me that people are parsing words, and she was obviously trying to explain to a young child what the vice president would do.
Nancy, I appreciate you coming on the show. There's a tough defense of this person, Sarah Palin. Apparently, she doesn't understand the role of the vice president. Let me state it very clearly right now, is to replace the president if that is necessary. As Colin Powell said on Sunday, that's the job of the vice president, to stand ready under the Constitution in the tragic circumstances to replace the president. Now, that's one role. The other role is to have only a tie-breaking role as presiding officer of the U.S. Senate.
Exactly.
That's it. The Constitution specifically prescribes that. In fact, it says that's all that the person has the right to do. Now, here's Sarah Palin with her definition of this role, which sounds strange to me, and I've been in this city a long time. I have never heard anybody say, and by the way, it's very similar to what she said in her debate with Joe Biden, which made me wonder then, where did she get her civics? Let's take a look. Here's Sarah Palin.
A vice president has a really great job because not only are they there to support the president's agenda, they're like the team member, the teammate to that president, but also they're in charge of the United States Senate. So if they want to, they can really get in there with the senators and make a lot of good policy changes that will make life better.
Continue that thought, Nancy.
Well, I think that she's clearly just trying to break down what it means to preside over the U.S. Senate upon occasion to a young child. And, you know, having raised 5, I can tell you that you obviously have to simplify things when you discuss it. I think that you guys are
She's talking to a news reporter at the time. Nancy, she's talking to a news reporter. She said that she had been asked the question early in the day by a second grader. In this case, she's talking to a news reporter. Explain, either she's right about the role of the vice presidency or I'm wrong. I say the role